Tomorrow after 3 p.m. the heavens shall open their gates of favor. If you affirm yes, if you agree with divine law, if you align with truth, if you speak the word that says, "It is done unto me now," then so it shall be. Let no fear, no doubt, no appearance shake your faith. For the law does not ask when, it simply waits for your command. And your command, spoken with unwavering belief, shifts all forces to work in your favor. The moment you say yes, you open the floodgates of divine timing. The angels of abundance stand ready. The winds of opportunity begin to stir, and the unseen hands start moving pieces into place. It is not by might nor by struggle, but by the Spirit that your luck shall arrive. What man calls luck, Spirit calls alignment. You must see it now in the mind's eye. You must declare it before you see the outer evidence. That is faith. That is power. That is the game of life, and you have just chosen to win. Say yes, and say it with conviction. Say yes, and release all resistance. Say yes, and rest in divine expectancy. For the law of prosperity does not delay, it waits for your clear word. And your word is a wand, it is a decree. Say yes, and at 3 p.m. tomorrow, prepare for the greatest turning point in the history of your destiny. Your word is your wand. You speak, and the universe listens. You affirm, and the divine begins its perfect work. Tomorrow after 3 p.m., the gates of favor will open if you simply say yes. Yes to the good. Yes to the increase. Yes to the harmony that is already yours in spirit. There is no power in delay. There is only power in the now. And the moment you speak the word, the vibration is set in motion. Nothing can stop it, because nothing can stop divine law. Your word is your wand, and the wand works when the hand is steady. The hand is steady when the mind is quiet. The mind is quiet when the heart is sure. So be still now and be sure. Be sure that what you seek is already seeking you. Be sure that what you ask for has already been given. Be sure that divine substance is already swirling around you, shaping itself into form through your belief. You need not see it. You need not touch it. You only need to know. You say yes, and it is done. You say yes, and the way is prepared. You say yes, and the hour of 3 p.m. becomes a sacred appointment with your highest good. Not because of the number, not because of the clock, but because your word has claimed it, your word has blessed it, your word has made it so. And when the word is spoken with faith, it becomes law. You do not beg for luck. You do not chase luck. You become one with divine favor. You affirm your oneness with good, and good must respond. It is the law. It is written. It is eternal. The moment you say yes, you step out of the fog of fear and into the sunlight of certainty. You are no longer waiting. You are preparing your thoughts, preparing your emotions, preparing your space to receive more than you have ever imagined. Your word is ever imagined. Your word is your wand. So speak life, speak grace, speak increase, speak joy, speak yes. Yes, it is coming. Yes, it is mine. Yes, I am ready. Yes, I am worthy. Yes, it is already here. Repeat it softly. Repeat it boldly. Repeat it with love. Let the vibration of your yes echo in the silence. Let it ring through the ethers. Let it fill every corner of your being. For spirit does not hear the noise of the world. Spirit hears the vibration of truth. And the truth is, you are one with divine timing. You are one with divine wisdom. You are one with the luck that is not random but written. Say yes and keep saying yes. Yes to the appointment. Yes to the unfolding. Yes to the surprise. Yes to the miracle. Tomorrow after 3 p.m. is not just a time on the clock. It is the moment your belief meets manifestation. Your yes becomes the doorway. Your yes becomes the key. Your yes becomes the light that turns everything on. And it was never about chance. It was always about choice. You choose it now. You say yes now. You hold your wand now. The unseen forces move when you move in faith. They do not move by fear. They do not move by worry. They do not respond to panic. They move when you are still inside and certain. They move when you trust what cannot be seen. They move when you walk, not by sight, but by inner vision. Tomorrow, after 3 p.m., the unseen forces will align, not because of chance, but because you aligned first. You believed first. You said yes first. You moved first in the spirit, and the outer must now follow. The moment you said yes, the invisible gears began to turn. The quiet hands of the universe started arranging people, situations, resources, answers, all in your favor. You may not see it with your eyes, you may not hear it with your ears, but you feel it. You feel the shift. You feel the gentle nudge that something is coming, something beautiful, something long awaited. That feeling is not fantasy. It is the whisper of truth. It is the movement of the unseen. Do not question how. Do not wonder when. Do not look around. Look within. Look within where the divine spark lives. Look within where your word was spoken. Look within where your yes was planted like a seed. That seed is growing, and the unseen forces are watering it. You do not see the root breaking open. You do not see the soil parting, but it is happening. It is unfolding. It is moving forward on your behalf. You say yes, and the universe says yes back. You speak yes, and the forces rush to obey. You believe, and all things begin to shift, not slowly, not eventually, but now, in divine timing, in divine order, in divine perfection. Nothing is out of place, nothing is missing, nothing is delayed, because the law works, because faith works, because spirit is never still when the soul is surrendered. So you relax, you trust, you let go of the pushing, you let go of the figuring, you let go of the needing. You simply stay in the yes, the quiet, calm, steady yes, the yes that says, I know it's coming. The yes that says, I don't need to see to believe. The yes that says, the moment I moved in faith, the forces moved for me, and they are still moving. Even now, even in the silence, even while you rest, let it move, let it unfold, let it arrive. You are not the maker of miracles. You are the receiver. You are not the force. You are the vessel. You are not the one who arranges it all. You are the one who allows it all. And you allow it through faith. You allow it through peace. You allow it through your unshakable, unwavering yes. Luck is not chance. It is alignment with spiritual law. It is not a roll of the dice. It is not an accident. It is not given to some and withheld from others. It is a reflection of your inner agreement with truth. It is a mirror of your belief. It is the effect of your cause. You align with the law, and the law works for you. You step into harmony with divine principle, and what seemed like luck is simply law in motion. There is no luck outside the law. There is no luck that stands apart from spiritual order. You say yes to the law, and the law says yes to you. That is alignment. That is the miracle. That is the secret to what others call fortune. You understand now that what is called luck is not a gift given at random. It is the outpicturing of inner certainty. It is the reward of silent faith. It is the echo of the soul that dares to agree with the unseen. You align by your thoughts. You align by your words. You align by your emotions. When your thoughts speak of increase, when your words agree with divine supply, when your emotions rest in trust, you have aligned. And when you have aligned, there is nothing left to chase. No need to run. No need to beg. The thing you desire finds you. It locates you. Because you have made yourself visible to it. You have stepped into its path by way of agreement. Spiritual law is always at work. It never stops. It never takes a break. It is impersonal. It is precise. It is eternal. And it cannot be fooled. You cannot speak words of faith and carry feelings of fear. You cannot affirm yes and secretly expect no. The law hears what is underneath. The law obeys the vibration, not the vocabulary. That is why you must become the yes. Not just say it. Become it. Live it. Feel it. Rest in it. Breathe in it. You are aligning now. Every breath you take with calm, every thought you offer in love, every moment you choose trust over tension, you are aligning. You are not trying to be lucky. You are becoming ready. And when you are ready, what you want appears as if by magic. But it is not magic. It is the law. Luck becomes your constant companion when alignment becomes your natural state. Not because you force it, but because you flow. Not because you demand it, but because you allow. Tomorrow after 3 p.m., luck becomes visible. but it has already begun moving. The moment you said yes, you stepped into alignment. And alignment always leads to demonstration. Always. That is not a maybe. That is a law. You keep your mind on the good. You keep your heart open to more. You keep your words soaked in yes. That is how you stay aligned. That is how you walk in luck. That is how you stand in the center of favor. You do not need to wonder if it's coming. You do not need to beg for evidence. You just need to stay. Stay in the yes. Stay in the peace. Stay in the knowing that the law works perfectly for those who agree with it. You are not hoping anymore. You are choosing. You are not wishing anymore. You are aligning. You are not chasing anymore. You are magnetizing. You are not waiting in fear. You are preparing in faith. Because the moment you said yes, something began to happen. You may not have seen it, but you felt it. And what you feel when grounded in truth is more real than what you see. The law does not fail. The law does not forget. The law fulfills every yes that is true, every word that is rooted in divine confidence. Tomorrow after 3 p.m. is not about the time. It is about the timing that was set in motion the moment your heart aligned, the timing that was born when you agreed with your own good, the timing that now leads you straight into the blessing, not by accident, but by alignment. And now you rest in that alignment. The moment you affirm, the door swings wide to miracles. It does not open slowly. It does not creak with hesitation. It swings wide. It moves with certainty. Because the moment you say yes, not from the lips, but from the soul, the universe has its signal. The law has its instruction. Spirit has its permission. You do not need to force it. You do not need to beg for it. You only need to know. And in that knowing, the door is already opening. Miracles do not come to those who plead. They come to those who prepare. You prepare by believing. You prepare by relaxing. You prepare by allowing. You say yes, and the way is made. You say yes, and the walls fall down. You say yes, and the delay dissolves. The miracle is not waiting for you to prove yourself. It is waiting for you to agree. Agree that it is possible. Agree that it is ready. Agree that you are worthy. And the moment your spirit agrees, the outer world reflects it. You are not here to knock and wait and knock again. You are here to speak, and the door shall open. That is a promise. That is a law. That is the way of divine order. Miracles do not break the rules of life. They fulfill them. They are not interruptions. They are corrections. They return your life to the harmony it was meant to live in. You affirm yes, and everything not in harmony begins to move. People begin to shift. Doors begin to unlock. Time begins to bend. Because the law must obey a word spoken in faith. You do not need to understand how. You do not need to draw the mat. The moment you affirm, the path appears, and where there once was no way, a way is made. Where there once was resistance, there is now release. Where there once was silence, there is now movement. You affirm, and the law takes over. Not to punish, not to test, but to deliver. It always delivers what you truly believe. And your yes is now rooted in truth. So say it again. Say yes to healing. Say yes to wealth. Say yes to the breakthrough. Say yes to the call. Say yes to what feels too good to be true. Because in spirit, it is not too good. It is just right. It is just in time. It is just the next step of what your soul always knew was coming. The door swings wide because you stopped doubting. The door swings wide because you stopped hesitating. The door swings wide because your yes became real, not loud, not dramatic, just real, quiet, strong, steady, real. That kind of yes moves mountains. That kind of yes draws favor. That kind of yes makes you a vessel of divine flow. And now you do not chase miracles. You become the space where miracles land. You become the ground where miracles are planted. You become the one who expects without explaining, who trusts without tension, who allows without trying. Tomorrow after 3 p.m., the door will not creak open slowly. It will swing wide, not because of the clock, but because of your word. not because of the hour, but because of your heart. The law does not wait for permission from the world. It waits for your agreement. And the moment you affirm, the moment you open your arms wide, the miracle that has always been circling now has a place to land. Let it land. Let it find you. Let it flood in. You have said yes, and the door is wide open. Divine substance rushes in to fill the mold of your belief. It does not hesitate. It does not question. It rushes, like water to an open vessel, like light into a dark room, like breath into empty lungs. The moment your belief becomes clear, the invisible begins to form itself around that belief. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now, in the eternal now where all power lives. You have made the mold with your word. You have shaped it with your thoughts. You have softened it with your faith. And now the divine fills it. There is no scarcity in spirit. There is no delay in truth. There is only the mold and the substance, the belief and the demonstration, the affirmation and the arrival. You need not chase divine substance. You need not plead for it. You only need to prepare the mold of conviction, the mold of clarity, the mold of expectation. When your mold is ready, the supply appears, not because you earned it, not because you proved yourself worthy, but because it was always waiting for your belief to take shape. You are not shaping with worry. You are not molding with fear. You are creating with love, with confidence, with surrender. You are no longer holding on tight. You are opening wide. You are no longer asking when. You are knowing now. You are no longer waiting for signs. You are becoming the sign. The moment you said yes, you gave the divine substance a path, a place, a pattern to follow, and the universe never fails to respond to a true mold. You are molding in stillness. You are molding in joy. You are molding in peace. And every quiet moment you spend in trust, the mold becomes more detailed. Every word you speak in gratitude makes it stronger. Every thought you think with assurance makes it clearer. You are not hoping for a miracle. You are shaping the form it will take. Divine substance is listening. Divine substance is responding. Divine substance is rushing. It does not trickle. It does not crawl. It rushes. It moves fast when the way is clear. It moves freely when the doubt is gone. It moves powerfully when the heart is in alignment. So you let go of the question. You let go of the doubt. You let go of the trying, and you return to the yes. The simple, steady yes, the yes that shapes, the yes that builds, the yes that fills your life with invisible answers made visible. The mold is made of faith. The mold is made of imagination. The mold is made of repetition. You speak your yes again and again and again, and the mold becomes real. It becomes strong. It becomes ready. And when it is ready, the divine does not hold back. It floods in. It pours in. It rushes in. The supply does not wait. It moves the moment your belief becomes firm. You are shaping something beautiful. You are making space for something sacred. You are preparing the ground for something more than enough. You are no longer looking outside for proof. You are building it within, and as within, so without. As you believe, so it is done. As you expect, so it appears. The law does not fail. The law does not sleep. The law fills the mold without effort, without mistake, without delay. So rest in your yes. Breathe in your yes. Yes. Let your yes be the container. Let your yes be the invitation. Let your yes be the mold. And trust that divine substance is already moving, already forming, already arriving. It has no choice. It obeys the mold. And the mold is already yours. What you expect with confidence manifests with power. Not with force, not with struggle, not with resistance, but with power. Quiet power, steady power, divine power. The moment you begin to expect, not wish, not wonder, but truly expect, you send out a signal stronger than words, louder than action. That signal moves through the ethers. It rearranges substance. It calls things forth. It draws the invisible into form. Expectation is not hope. Expectation is knowing. It is the sacred calm of one who has already received in spirit. It is the stillness of one who no longer asks if, but simply prepares for when. It is the certainty of one who understands that the law of manifestation answers not doubt, but confidence. What you expect with confidence does not wander. It arrives. It does not delay. It obeys. It does not hesitate. It flows. You expect, and the world shifts to meet you. You expect, and the doors open before your hand touches the knob. You expect, and you become magnetic, not to chaos, not to lack, but to every good and perfect thing that matches your vibration. And the vibration of confidence is unmatched. It is quiet, but unshakable. It is calm, but unstoppable. It does not shout. It does not plead. It simply knows. And because it knows, it receives. Confidence is not pride. Confidence is not noise. Confidence is alignment with divine truth. It is the inner agreement that says, it is already mine in spirit. It is already done in the unseen. It is already unfolding, and I am simply stepping into it. I do not chase it. I do not fight for it. I meet it because I expect it. I walk toward it because I know it has already been prepared for me. There is no delay in spirit. There is no limit in divine supply. There is only belief. There is only expectation. There is only agreement with law. And the more you expect, the more the law responds. It must. It has no choice. What you confidently expect becomes the mold. And that mold cannot remain empty. It must be filled. It must be fulfilled. It must be made visible, because spirit does not tease. Spirit does not tempt. Spirit completes every picture drawn in true belief. So you expect. You wake up with expectation. With that, you walk through your day, you breathe with expectation, you speak in expectation, you rest in expectation, and that expectation begins to clothe itself. It begins to take form. It begins to become real in your world, just as it has been real in your spirit. Tomorrow after 3 p.m., the moment you meet with your good is not just a lucky hour. It is the hour your expectation ripens. It is the hour your vibration becomes visible. It is the hour where what has been quietly forming now loudly appears. You do not need to force it. You do not need to control it. You only need to hold your confidence like a torch, not to see the entire path, but to light the next step, and the next, and the next. What you expect with confidence manifests with power, not the power of pressure, but the power of peace, not the power of striving, but the power of surrender. You do not need to know how. You only need to trust you only need to trust the mold. You only need to trust the law that has never failed and will not start now. And now you rest. You release. You receive. You allow. You expect, not with tight fists, but with open hands. You expect, not with noise, but with quiet certainty. You expect, not from lack, but from wholeness. And so it is done. Not by effort, but by agreement, not by force, but by flow, not by luck, but by law. I now seal it with truth. I now affirm with stillness. I now rest in the divine certainty that it is already done. I do not chase. I attract. I do not worry. I welcome. I do not hope. I expect. My yes has opened the gate. My word has made the way. My belief has formed the mold. And divine substance is now rushing in to fill it. I walk in alignment. I walk in agreement. I walk in quiet confidence that what is mine cannot miss me. It is drawn to me by law. It is brought to me by faith. It is shaped for me by spirit. I expect with peace. I receive with ease. I allow with joy. I am not preparing for disappointment. I am preparing for demonstration. I am not wondering when. I am trusting now. I am not afraid of delay. I am rooted in divine timing. I say yes again. I say yes again. I say yes again. Yes to increase. Yes to overflow. Yes to the miracle. Yes to the moment. Yes to 3 p.m. tomorrow, not as a time on the clock, but as the unfolding of divine appointment. It is written. It is promised. It is law. The door is open. The way is clear. The unseen has become seen. The invisible has become visible. My expectation has become form. My peace has become power. My yes has become reality. And I now live in the center of it all. It is done. It is done. It is done.